The hype is back, but what's really going on? Let's find out. Disclaimer: Shiba Inu showed its strength yesterday by outperforming most cryptocurrencies and exhibiting incredible price growth that caused trillions of tokens to move around. It appears that Shoshiro Kusama isn't ready to slow down. He sees this as just the beginning of something truly massive. This week began with an extremely intriguing development in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. A strange anomaly has rattled one of its vital whale parameters. Data from Into the indicates an intriguing trend. There has been a notable increase in huge. Despite this increase in transaction frequency, there has been a noticeable drop in the volume of these transactions over the last 24 hours. The data indicates that the number of large transactions has increased by an astounding 71%, totaling 204 transactions. This spike would usually indicate a robust and hopeful. The mood among key investors is that the 200-plus transactions by prominent players are a significant and serious move in the market. Imagine that you're at a big party and all of a sudden you notice the most powerful people in the room huddled together, making some very important decisions. It's not something you would ignore, rather, it's an indication that something important is occurring, and in the world of finance, big things are always worth paying attention to. The anomaly lies in the stark contrast observed in the volume of these transactions. The volume of large transactions, measured in Shiba Inu tokens, has fallen dramatically, by 67%, from 6 trillion to 2 trillion. Additionally, when measured in dollar equivalents, the decline in transaction volume amounted to 63%, from $144 million to 52 million. When investors start making big moves like this, it often indicates that they have confidence in the asset's potential for growth. Interestingly, the Shiba Inu token's significant price increase within the same 24-hour period made the percentage of volume reduction in dollar terms appear lower. This is important to note. The token's price increased by nearly 24%. Shiba Inu took action. Dogecoin enthusiasts are celebrating Doge Day, while Bitcoin investors are eagerly awaiting the Bitcoin halving event, which only happens every 4 years. It's like the biggest parties of the year for these two cryptocurrencies, with everyone expecting Dogecoin and Bitcoin to steal the show. Unimaginable surpassing Dogecoin even though it was Doge Day 2 days ago, and even surpassing Bitcoin even though it was a Bitcoin halving day yesterday, an event people waited for 4 years. This is a super huge picture. Nowhere, even though Shiba Inu doesn't have a unique event of its own, it quickly steps in and takes center stage. While everyone was preoccupied with Dogecoin and Bitcoin, Shiba Inu quietly stole the show, leaving everyone stunned and amazed by its unexpected rise to fame. This is likely because of the way people behave on the market these days, as we see them take their money and jump from project to project, completely missing the point of cryptocurrency. On the one hand, this approach really demonstrates inexperience. On the other hand, Shiba Inu's value skyrockets, surpassing both Dogecoin and Bitcoin in terms of price performance. It makes sense that they act as they do because everyone wants to make quick money, but as it turns out, it doesn't work. While they were all paying attention to Bitcoin and Dogecoin, as previously mentioned, and another cryptocurrency rose completely, causing them to miss out on potential gains. Here's something else that they don't fully understand, though. According to one Twitter user, their tweet reveals a seemingly straightforward but incredibly powerful 3-step strategy for navigating the turbulent waters of cryptocurrency investment by holding, chilling. The holding phase, which seems deceptively simple, just sit tight and wait for your investments to appreciate, is when impatience rears its head and investors miss out on potentially lucrative opportunities. The reason for this is that emotions tend to hijack rational decision-making processes, making the first step of buying difficult for many. Fear makes them hesitate to enter the market at the right times, when prices are falling and there are plenty of bargains. The tweet highlights a crucial point: success in the cryptocurrency arena requires a deep understanding of market cycles and a steadfast resolve to resist emotional impulses. Rather than exercising the discipline to wait for their own investments to appreciate, investors find themselves chasing after coins that have already surged in value. Selling should be a straightforward process of locking in profits, but alas, greed often clouds judgment instead of cashing out when the time is ripe. Many hold on too long, blinded by the allure of even greater gains only to watch their profits evaporate. Cryptocurrency market to a player versus player game where most players are like non-player characters, NPCs, blindly going along without thinking things through or coming up with a strategic plan by sticking to the basics, understanding market dynamics, and keeping your emotions in check. Investors have the ability to change the odds in their favor. The message in the tweet is a poignant reminder for prospective cryptocurrency investors. Maintain composure, remain knowledgeable, and, most importantly, remain alert for the siren. Call for emotion-driven decision-making, and this is precisely what happened when the majority of people gaped at the Shiba Inu price chart even though they didn't own any Shiba Inus. However, returning to the Shiba Inu anomaly with the whale transactions over the course of the day, there is something important to note. This anomaly is so perplexing that it may leave the. This week will be very interesting, as revealed by one Twitter user. We are entering a week where ETFs will buy another 1,000 to 3,000 Bitcoin per day. The fresh daily supply has been had, meaning if ETFs were scooping up 3 times the daily supply before having their own transactions. The Shiba Inu community is questioning its underlying cause. Whether this unexpected turn of events stems from a glitch in the on-chain data calculations or if it signifies a genuine and unprecedented occurrence within the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Demanding 6 times the daily supply. Additionally, according to another Twitter user, there will be a massive supply shock because miners for Bitcoin can now only generate 450 coins per day. On average, US ETFs have purchased 3,214 coins each day. Are you ready? According to Twitter users, this inflow of buying pressure from ETFs has the potential to greatly help the cryptocurrency market. When major institutional investors, such as ETFs, buy significant amounts of Bitcoin, it not only increases demand but also boosts confidence in the market. This spike in demand usually results in an increase in the price of Bitcoin and, consequently, other digital currency. A Twitter user notes that Hong Kong ETFs are getting ready to launch with massive marketing and no future short exposure. It's important to remind people that Hong Kong recently launched its own Bitcoin ETFs and that, logically, they should start their advertising soon. However, why does it make sense for them to do so? This is in addition to the reduction in the daily supply of Bitcoin due to the halving event, which further amplifies the impact of this buying pressure. With fewer new Bitcoins entering circulation, the supply and demand dynamics tilt towards higher prices overall. Advertising to begin well. When a new financial product like a Bitcoin ETF is introduced to the market, it's essential to raise awareness and attract potential investors. Advertising helps to spread the word and generate interest among both institutional and retail investors. Since the Hong Kong ETFs have no future short exposure, they can market themselves as a safer and more straightforward way for investors to gain exposure to Bitcoin without the risks associated with futures contracts. Therefore, it's pretty logical that advertising for these ETFs will commence soon to leverage on the increased interest in cryptocurrency and entice investors to their services. This is the same we've seen with BlackRock or other asset managers. Furthermore, we've received a new update directly from Shoshir Kusama informing us that a significant update for ShibaSwap is on the horizon, and this should attract a lot of attention to Shiba Inu. Major updates to platforms like ShibaSwap tend to pique the interest of investors and enthusiasts alike. These updates often introduce new features, changes or innovations that can enhance the user experience or give new chances for token holders. As a result, investors may become more interested in holding Shiba Inu tokens in anticipation of the possible benefits and opportunities that the improved ShibaSwap platform may bring. This increased attention and interest can drive up demand and positively impact the price of Shiba Inu tokens. And last but not least, tax season selling is now over in the USA. This means that investors who sold assets to cover tax liabilities have likely completed their selling activities. This can benefit markets by removing downward pressure on prices. For example, Imagine many investors selling off their assets to pay taxes, causing prices to decline once tax season is over. This selling pressure subsides, allowing prices to stabilize or even increase as demand returns. So yeah, pretty interesting week ahead. But what is your opinion on that? Comment down below. I'd be eager to read your opinion. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. In order to help me with the YouTube algorithm, if you liked the video, please like it and don't forget to leave a comment. You can also help spread the word about this story by sharing it with as many people as you can.